Hey y'all, this is Ginginese, coach of the Texas Tornadus, here with Week 6 of the PAC YouTube Draft League. This week we're taking on Bishmii and the Trash Town Thievuls. Now I've never played Bishmii before, but I have watched a few of his videos this season. He's a very exciting battler, and I'm really ready for this battle. He's got a lot of strong threats like Dragonite, Terra Scizor, Terra Tauros Fire, and some insane walls like Blissey and Toxapex. Let me go ahead and show you what I'm bringing for the week. So first is Daggertooth, our Lumberry Chienpao. At +2, with Sucker Punch, Icicle Crash, and Psychic Fangs, honestly, we sweep his entire team as long as we have about 50% HP left so we don't die to extreme speed. We have I Love Lamp, our Black Sludge Iron Moth. This is mostly a pivot and getting rid of Toxic Spikes from Toxapex, but we can honestly do a lot of damage because Iron Moth just has such high base special attack. This is going to be our MVP, I know it. It's our Shandy Socks, Choice Specs, Terra Electric Sandy Shocks. Honestly, we can just Volt Switch on his entire team, and if he either doesn't bring Blissey, or Blissey is down to about 50%, we launch off Thunderbolts until we win. We have Big Baby, our Rocky Helmet Tauros. Honestly, this is just a wall for setup threats. Chilling Water does potentially negative damage, but can at least prevent somebody who's bulking up or Dragon Dancing. We have Bibberdylel, our Leftovers Bronzong with Heat Proof. I'm hoping to bluff the Levitate, so that my opponent doesn't go for any Earthquakes or things like that. But honestly, we can wall all special mons and kind of 1v1 anything if we get an Iron Defense off. And finally, Shakira, our Boots Oricorio. It was our MVP last week, but this week is dedicated Defogger. It also is a last resort against D-Knight with Icy Wind. So I'll cut until we get into the battle. Alright, here we are for our battle against Bishmii. He does something at the beginning of every battle. It's like, you know the vibes, something like that. Okay, so we see Dragonite. We see Scizor. We see Gallade. We see Toxapex. We see Blissey. And we see Rotom Frost. Okay, so only one option for Terra this game, which is pretty interesting. Rotom Frost, I would expect, is probably like a Choice Scarf Trick set. And then everything else I think I got right. So Gallade scares me a little more now. Let's look at like a Adamant Life Orb set with like Shadow Sneak. I was thinking it was going to be Choice Scarf, but if you've got Rotom, it's probably not Scarf. Regardless, Sandy Shocks still our lead. No Hatterene is kind of interesting. On Rotom Frost, we hard switch into Iron Moth, and on everything else, we just Terra and Volt Switch. Even if it's Scarf Gallade, but we can learn a lot from what happens here. Good luck, have fun to my opponent, Bishmii. Really, really, really excited for this one. It's going to be tough, man. Dragonite, Scizor, Gallade all scare the hell out of me. But I know that we have options to deal with them. Really need to figure out what that Scizor Terra is, but there's Gallade. Okay, so Gallade, if it's Choice Scarf, it'll move faster than me, but it doesn't have anything to kill me. I'm just going to Terra and Volt Switch. And let's see how much damage we do. Because according to my calc, I'm doing like 70% minimum here. Well, not minimum, 70% if you're like not super invested. But again, would love to see if you move before me. We won't know until after this Terra, but Terra Sandy Shocks with Choice Specs, Volt Switch, Terra Electric. This is going to go insane on my opponent's team. Okay, it is Sacred Sword. This shouldn't kill me. It does 130, and we know it's Choice Scarf. Sacred Sword doing 130. It's probably Jolly, right? I can't imagine that you wouldn't be. Yeah, so it is Jolly Scarf with Sacred Sword. Let's make a note of that. So locked into Sacred Sword, I think my best option is probably Bronzong. Sacred Sword does about 40 to Tauros. We could also alternatively go into like Oricorio and U-turn, although it does a ton of damage still. I kind of want to go... Let's check. We still have 30 seconds. So let's check. Bronzong. It does too much damage to Bronzong, I think. So we're just going to go Tauros. Taking that much damage on Sandy Shocks that early is not ideal. But, okay, hold on. Gallade into... So my Sandy Shocks did... I mean, that looks like almost 90%. Like, it might not be very invested at all. So I'm wondering if my Tauros with Aqua Jet... Aqua Jet looks like it kills, so I'm going to go for it. It's just a withdraw? Okay. What are we hitting? Penile, that's the Pex. As expected, okay. Do we take any damage? It is Sludge. Oh, eject button. Okay, so Toxapex is no item now. Let's write that down. No item. Okay, cool. We didn't really do anything at all. I'm interested in what comes out here. And I'm glad that we didn't take any damage on Tauros. So we can bring in our Sandy Shocks on... I mean, I would love to be able to get him out. Okay, we already have a plan for this. Yeah, my plan is always to go Oricorio. We can learn a little bit more about this set specifically. If it tries to Dragon Dance, I Dragon Dance alongside it. So let's see what you do. Just a Claw, and that does... Oh my god! 153 from Dragon Claw? Is that banded? That's got to be banded, right? There's no way that's not banded. That's Adamant Choice Band. Yeah, you have to be Adamant Choice Band to do that much damage. That's insane. Okay. Cool. Well, now we know. We are faster. I want to U-turn here. Okay, so we break its multi-scale. We can go back into Tauros and get the Intimidate off and some Rocky Helmet chip. I wonder if this is a good opportunity to go Bronzong, though. Yeah, actually, we should definitely go Bronzong. We can get up rocks here. Because Adamant Banded Dragon Claw is still doing nothing to me. Yeah. Okay, that did... What is that, 44? Is that what we thought? Yeah, that's a high roll. Okay, so the switch in here that I would be scared of is Gallade. But Gallade into my Bronzong, even if it has like knockoff, doesn't do anything. So I'm going to take this opportunity to get up rocks for sure and see what you switch into. Scizor is the only defogger on their team. Let's write this down again. Banned Declaw from Dragonite. Okay, withdrew. Let's see what you're going into here. I kind of 1v1 everything. Rotom Frost. Okay, my dedicated Rotom Frost switch in is my Iron Moth. Yeah, because I definitely want to keep my leftovers. I don't want the Scarf, because you might scarf me into Iron Defense or something. So we are losing health on some of our big boys here, but we should be all right. So Iron Moth into Rotom Frost. There's really not a lot that you can do, and if you want to give me your Scarf and take my Black Sludge, it's sub. Interesting. Okay, Rotom. Sub, is it leftovers? Sub, lefties. Okay, let's look at that. So, leftovers. I mean, you could be Aquaberry. I don't think that there's anything that you can do to this. Fiery Dance will break the sub for sure. You're not Aquaberry. So what are you doing? Just a Volt Switch maybe? Discharge? Oh, trying to get the para? Okay. Doesn't get the para, so 93, that's... quick math in my head is 70-ish, about 70 with discharge. So you're probably modest. Yeah, you gotta be modest max special attack for that, so there's probably not a lot of speed investment here then. That being said, Fiery Dance kills, so I'm gonna U-turn. Hell yeah, hell yeah. So sub-discharge. Egg. Here we go. Okay. So here's the thing, right? Scizor. Okay, let's look at Scizor into my Chien-Pao. I want to do this so bad. I want to do this so bad. Dragonite, Banded E-Speed into Chien-Pao. Okay. I'm gonna Sword Stance. This could happen. This could happen right here. It depends on the Scizor set. I would assume that you go into Scizor here. Yep. Okay, so here's the thing. Chien-Pao at +2 into Scizor. If you're max HP, I have a... Oh, you were Heavy Duty Boots, right? No, it was not Boots. Okay, so with Stealth Rock, you die to this +2 Sucker Punch. Wow, that is so beefy. Okay, it's Rocky Helmet and super defense invested. That is great to know. Oh my goodness, it didn't even KO. I mean, I'll Sucker Punch again, because you can't... Yeah, I'll take the KO there. So we KO Scizor. It was Rocky Helmet, it was super beefy. Obviously you needed like a ton of investment to KO me with Bullet Punch. You have to go into Dragonite here. And I think I can just go into Bronzong again. So that was awesome, that was awesome. If you go into anything else, I am getting another kill. So I hope you brought E-Speed. Let's see what happens here. But First Blood, good job, Chien-Pao. Pex, that's not a switch in. Toxapex into Chien-Pao at +2. My Psychic Fangs. I mean, you better hope you're oh, you can't even be Resist Berry. So I Psychic Fangs and I kill. This is a guarantee after Stealth Rock's damage. And if you Baneful Bunker, I'm Lumberry. So this should just drop here, I think. Because, I mean, if you switch here, like, Psychic Fangs is doing so much damage into everybody. Baneful Bunker, I was prepared for this. You're going to have to get the double. Psychic Fangs, I hit. You think that you're smooth. You think that you're slick. But I prepared for this exact situation. Pop the Lumberry. There it is. Yeah, and because you were reject button, you don't heal. So, I mean, good luck getting the double. If you get the double, like, or if you go for the double and get it, great play, because that's what you should do right now. Because otherwise something is just dropping. You have to sack something, and it might as well be this. Because if you do get the double, then you get the KO with the poison. But even if that's the case, I swap into Sandy Shocks, and I get the most powerful Volt Switch of all time. And we still have way too much firepower to worry about something like a Blissey coming in, like a Rotom coming in. I will say, with Chien-Pao this low, we are in... They don't get the double. Thank goodness. Toxapex is going to go down. There's no way that lives. Incredible. That was the right play, though, from my opponent. Shout out for making the only play that you can make there. I have to assume you go into Dragonite. Okay. I mean, you can be bluffing the extreme speed. I don't really care. I have to go into Bronzong here, right? Like Tauros, getting the Intimidate off. I mean, Tauros doesn't touch it, right? So I need to go Bronzong. Well, actually, no, I will go Tauros because we do damage with Rocky Helmet. And I gotta assume that you're not like Roost on a banded set. That would be insane. But so we get that off, and you do extreme speed. Amazing. Rocky Helmet takes chip. Cool. Now Wave Crash like really doesn't do a lot of damage, but what's your switch in here? Like Gallade, Blissey. Gallade I kill with Aqua Jet. Blissey and Rotom I kill both with CC. So, and I'm faster than, I think I'm faster than both because Rotom, let me just double check. Do I KO Rotom with CC? I do. And it's definitely not faster than me. I think I Chilling Water so that you just keep taking damage. Egg the Bliss. That's fine. Because now I can close combat for free. Even if you're Choppleberry, you die like a million times over. And at this point, you don't have a switch in for close combat. I think the biggest thing that I need to think about now is how risky can I be trying to preserve for differential without letting something come back. Honestly, at this point, I'm not sure that there's a lot you can do as Blissey goes down. So I'm at -1, which I need to be aware of. Blissey dies. It's 6-3, so again, I need to save this for Dragonite and Gallade, but Dragonite has to come out right now, and I can very easily just go into my Bronzong. Yeah, this is looking really, really good for me. I really thought Sandy Shocks was going to put in more work. Honestly, it did so much. Okay, Rotom Frost. Yeah, if you're... Because I know that you're max special attack, so even if you're in your best possible spot when this goes down to close combat. Let's go! Okay, so again, D-Knight has to come out because I KO Gallade. I mean, if Gallade comes in, let's look at this. I'm -2. Oh, well, Dragonite comes out anyway. So we're just going to go into Bronzong here. God, everything is so low. But this just wins, so I'm not too worried. Again, if you have Roost on D-Knight, honestly, if you have Roost on D-Knight, it really doesn't matter. I can just body press forever. And you can't lock yourself into something that beats me. There's Outrage, cool. That's good tech. That's good tech. That is a lot of damage, my goodness. Okay, but you're locked in now, right? So my Iron Head does a lot. Let's look at the calc here. Can I live? So Banded Outrage does 66 maximum. So if you do 66 to me, I'm at like 16. And then I get to +2. And I get 10 left to 26. So no, I do need to go for an Iron Head. Yeah, and you did get the high roll, so. Awesome. So Bronzong will go down here. So we don't get the 6-0. But let me just take a peek if there's anything I can do. It's not worth it. So we'll go for Iron Head. You get the Outrage. D-Knight will pick up the KO on Bronzong, who put in a ton of work this game. But we'll switch in Tauros. I'm not sure that Aqua Jet KOs, but we might as well go for it. because worst case you knock yourself out to Rocky Helmet. Oh, but we do get the KO. Sweet, let's go Tauros. Alright, and last is Gallade. And I know for a fact that Gallade dies to an Aqua Jet. And if it has Shadow Sneak, it cannot KO me. And Aqua Jet's going to pick it up. And Tauros put in so much work. That is a 5-0. GG's to Bishmii. We had a fantastic matchup on paper, and it was good to see that it worked out just as I expected it to. He's a great battler. Encourage everyone to go check him out if you haven't already. Wish him the best of luck in the rest of the season. But we are now 4-2 with a plus 11 differential. That is putting us squarely in the driver's seat for the playoff push. And I couldn't be happier, especially with the way that the first few weeks started for this season. So I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.